The man he will face is representing and hailing from the United States of America, and he is bringing the belt with him. The reigning champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen, Todzilla Hutchings. Todd Hutchings brings the belt with him, stands it on the table, and we will see that thing contested for. I'm going to start with the champion, Todd. It is fair to say that if you look back at your incredible record in arm wrestling, this man cast quite a blemish, quite a shadow on that record. What's changed?
I'm a lot older now, so I'm just entering my prime and I'm fresh as a daisy.
Now we do know that you have evolved your style. We do know that of all the arm wrestlers active, you maybe measure your career path and progression from a strength potential more than anyone else. And you tell everyone that it is continually on the rise. What element is going to be more important for you tomorrow? Will it be the strength increase? Will it be the style change that you've adopted in your last few outings?
Primarily answering the start. He's always faster than I am, so if he can get it stopped or I can get my feet planted, then strength, technique, then we can decide that. But I just got to avoid being turned over early.
When Rustam talks about being stronger, being his all-time peak in strength, do you think that's super important? Or do you think it's more important that he was fast, explosive in the past?
Well, we all measure strength differently. So a top roller being at his absolute max strength versus a hooker being at his max strength. His max strength matters if I'm pulling him in the lane where he's using his max strength. So, you know, if I'm pulling more outside and he's pulling more inside, then neither one of our max strengths matter too much, and it's a technique battle.
Now, Todd, another one for you before we go to Rustam. We know that the last few times out, you've spoken about the fact that you're a different arm wrestler now. You've changed and evolved in a good way, and that this weight class is very suited to you. How confident are you going into this defense, knowing that you're facing a man that has beaten you in the past?
If it wasn't him, I'd be very, very confident that I could beat somebody his size and his style. Since it's him, I got 8 matches to make up for it, so I'm not that confident.
Let's go over to Rustam Babaiev. Rustam, you heard everything that Todd has talked about there, and he said it may be more of a style thing than an overall strength thing. Do you feel like your style has changed, has been forced to change through injury, age, and other elements?
Частично я, может, изменился, но, в принципе, я помню, и старые навыки у меня остались, и новые добавились, я могу по-другому сделать все. Но, я так понял, мой респект Тоду, что возраст, сила его, он как, я так понял, что он как вино, с года в год лучше становится. Но мне этот пояс очень нравится.
You know, of course, I changed something, but not completely. Still train and try to progress. And for Todd, big respect. Seems like he's like wine, getting better with age. But I like this belt too much.
I also wanted to ask you, mate, do you focus on your opponent and what they do? In other words, when you look at the change and the evolution in Todd, are you conscious of that? Do you care? Or are you just focused on you and what you do?
Я и одно дело делаю, смотрю на него, понятное дело, изучаю изменения все. Ну, естественно, я сконцентрирован на своей силе, я лучше стал, я добавил группой силы, возможно, и выносливости тоже.
Obviously I do both. I study him, but first of all, I keep myself like training, getting better. I got some raw strength, better and better, you know, and working on endurance as well.
Rustam, one more. When he talks about the explosivity, and that being a major threat to him in the past, do you believe at this age now, at this point in your career, that you could recreate the style that allowed you to win impressively against Todd in the past?
Я сделаю все, чтобы получился такой результат, какой был. В любом случае, этот матч и мне самому интересен, потому что тот уже изменился, я изменился, и все это будет, я бы со стороны даже посмотрел, если бы была возможность.
Of course, I changed, but Todd changed as well. And if I could, I would watch this from the side. It is a very interesting match, and I would try to recreate the result that was as much as possible. Obviously.
Last point to the champion. When you go into this thing tomorrow night and you look at what he's done recently, you hear the comment that he's at an all-time strength peak. Do you believe that this version of Rustam Babaiev represents the toughest challenge to the title from any of the people that you can see in this division?
Yes.
Cold, hard, concise. We find out tomorrow night, and I for one, and I know you at home, cannot wait. Ladies and gentlemen, Rustam Babaiev challenges for the title against Tom Hutchings. Fellas, it's the front now, let's get this thing ready to go down. You can see the belt that they are contesting for, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night at King of the Table 14. It goes down. Rustam Babaiev, Todd Zilla, Tom Hutchings, EBWSports.com. You can see